all things are echoes of the voice for God. The power of decision is our own. What's good, fam? Today we are going to be studying lesson 171 of this powerful material right here. Today we are going to begin review number 5 of A Course in Miracles. So we've done this 4 other times before now, so we already kind of got the hang of it. Me and you for the next 10 days are going to be reviewing 2 lessons per day. Now we're going to begin today starting with the introduction for review 5, so that way we kind of have a solid foundation of what we are going to be and how we are going to be spending the next 10 days reviewing the lessons. So if you got the book open up to review 5, the introduction. If you don't got the book yet, the PDF is in the description. Let's go ahead and dive into the introduction, and then we will begin the lesson. Review 5, introduction. We now review again. This time, we are ready to give more effort and more time to what we undertake. We recognize we are preparing for another phase of understanding. We would take this step completely, that we may go on again more certain, more sincere, with faith upheld more surely. Our footsteps have not been unwavering, and doubts have made us walk uncertainly, and slow on the road this course sets forth. But now we hasten on, for we approach a greater certainty, a firmer purpose, and a surer goal. Now I'm going to pause right there and mention that these review lessons are very powerful, because although we're not learning more, we're not learning nothing new, we are going over what we've already learned, and we are hearing it being stated in another way, in a new way, and we are going back on these lessons, and we are understanding them from an even higher awareness level, from a different point in time. And me and you have discussed this a few lessons ago, how important it is for us to reread material at a different point in time from a new awareness level. We're going to see things in those lessons today that we didn't see the first time we read them, which is why it's very important that we have these review practice periods, because they strengthen the idea that was already planted in our mind. Whenever we first read the lesson, it's like a seed being planted, and now reviewing it again is going to strengthen that seed and nourish the soil, and we're watering it, allowing it to grow in our minds. So let's go ahead and continue, but just know that these review lessons are very powerful if you take them as seriously as the regular lessons, because allowing our minds to be consumed by these lessons, although they are shorter than the regular lessons, the review lessons are shorter. The repetition of it, the way we go about doing these lessons throughout our day, is what is going to be the biggest step for us, because after these next 10 days, if we do everything like we are told to and instructed to do, if we do everything the way we're instructed to do, then we are going to come out the next 10 days more lighter, more freer, more able to attain this state of mind more easier. It's not going to take that much time for us to tap in to all that is. It's not going to take that much time for us to tap into the state of mind that we're in now, because for the next 10 days we are going to practice that. So me and you in the next 10 days are going to be unrecognizable. Just know that. But let's continue. Steady our feet, our Father. Let our doubts be quiet and our holy minds be still, and speak to us. We have no words to give you. We would but listen to your word and make it ours. Lead our practicing, as does a father lead a little child along a way he does not understand. Yet does he follow, sure that he is safe because his father leads the way for him. So do we bring our practicing to you, and if we stumble, you will raise us up. If we forget the way, we will count upon your sure remembering. We wander off, but you will not forget to call us back. Quicken our footsteps now, that we may walk more certainly and more quickly unto you. And we accept the word you offer us to unify our practicing as we review the thoughts that you have given us. This is the thought which should precede the thoughts that we review. Each one but clarifies some aspect of this thought, or helps it be more meaningful, more personal and true, and more descriptive of the holy capital S self we share and now prepare to know again. God is but love, and therefore so am I. One more time. God is but love, and therefore so are me and you. This self alone knows love. This self alone is perfectly consistent in its thoughts, knows its creator, understands itself, is perfect in its knowledge and its love, and never changes from its constant state of union with its Father and itself. And it is this that waits to meet us at the journey's ending. Every step we take brings us a little nearer. This review will shorten time immeasurably. If we keep in mind that this remains our goal, and as we practice, it is this to which we are approaching. Let us raise our hearts from dust to life, as we remember this is promised us, and that this course was sent to open up the path of light to us, and teach us, step by step, how to return to the eternal capital S self we thought we lost. Whenever, again, just a reminder, you see the term self with the capital S, it is referring to who you really are, who God created, who I believe me and you are allowing ourselves to be in this moment. Now, whenever you are believing that you're the body, whenever you're believing that you are the ego, you are this tiny little separate individual with this amount of money and this amount of success and this career and all those things in this world, that is what you made. That is the self-image that you made apart from God. Now, whenever you think that that's you, you're going to have to defend that image because it needs defending, because if it wasn't for you defending it, it would not be. Now, that brings a lot of stress, a lot of unnecessary fear and uncertainty, and whenever we step away from that image that we made, and whenever we are here where we're at right now, being our true self with a capital S, whenever we are being who we really are in this state of mind so pure that only love abides, this is where we want to be. This needs no defending because this is just what is. There is nothing that we need to defend because this is just truth, and truth is here all the time, waiting for us to accept or deny. We can deny truth, it does not change truth. We can accept truth, and that does not change truth either. Truth is simply all that is, and we can choose to go with the path of least resistance, which is truth, or we can go against the grain and deny truth, trying to make things happen our tiny little ego way, and that is what got us to fall asleep to begin with. So I'm sure me and you are aware that this right here is what we want. This is where our fulfillment is, where our happiness lies, where our abundance, where our clarity and everything that we want lies. This is where it's at. I take that journey with you, for I share your doubts and fears a little while, that you may come to me who recognize the road by which all fears and doubts are overcome. We walk together. I must understand uncertainty and pain, although I know they have no meaning. Yet a Savior must remain with those he teaches, seeing what they see, but still retaining in his mind the way that led him out, and now will lead you out with him. God's Son is crucified until you walk along the road with me. And remember, me and you are being led by one of the greatest teachers ever, which is Jesus. My resurrection, he states, comes again each time I lead a brother safely to the place at which the journey ends and is forgot. I am renewed each time a brother learns there is a way from misery and pain. I am reborn each time a brother's mind turns to the light in him and looks for me. I have forgotten no one. Help me now to lead you back to where the journey was begun, to make another choice with me. Release me as you practice once again the thoughts as I brought to you from him who sees your bitter need and knows the answer God has given him. Together we review these thoughts. Together we devote our time and effort to them. And together we will teach them to our brothers. You could also, and just pause for a little bit, you can also read this as if who you really are is reading it to you. You can read this as if your higher self is talking to your ego, so to speak. That's a great way to understand these words more beneficially, is to read them from the place as if you were talking to your younger self who didn't know any of this. God would not have heaven incomplete. It waits for you as I do. I am incomplete with your part in me. And as I am made whole, we go together in our ancient home, prepared for us before time was, and kept unchanged by time, immaculate and safe, as it will be at last when time is done. Let this review be then your gift to me, for this alone I need, that you will hear the words I speak, and give them to the world. You are my voice, my eyes, my feet, my hands, through which I save the world. The capital S self, from which I call to you, is but your own. To him we go together. Take your brother's hand, for this is not a way we walk alone. In him I walk with you, and you with me. Our Father wills his Son, be one with him. What lives but must not then be one with you? What lives but must not be one with you? Let this review become a time in which we share a new experience for you, yet one as old as time and older still. Hallowed your name, your glory undefiled forever, and your wholeness now complete as God established it. You are his Son, completing his extension in your own. We practice but an ancient truth we knew before illusion seemed to claim the world, and we remind the world that it is free of all illusions every time we say, God is but love, and therefore so am I. Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but this already is such a powerful lesson, and it's not even a lesson. This is simply the introduction for review number 5. This is one of those parts of the course that I believe would be beneficial to go back and read very slowly and with more intention and on our own time, because we are being fed a lot of intention here, a lot of information and value. This is a powerful lesson. This is a very powerful lesson, especially when you remember that you are the one talking. Who you really are is the one who is reading all of this to us right now. It appears like we're being led somewhere, but whenever you step in your right mind, you understand that you are the one leading yourself out of the illusion that you got yourself in. It's kind of, you got to just be in that experience to understand what's happening right here. I'm sure you're with me, but if not, just read this again on your own time and you will be like, wow, and you will see something very special in this entire course, of course, but in this 5th review especially. With this, we start each day of our review. With this, we start and end each period of practice time. And with this thought, we sleep, to waken once again with these same words upon our lips, to greet another day. No thought that we review, but we surround with it, and use the thoughts to hold it up before our minds and keep it clear in our remembrance throughout the day. And thus, when you have finished this review, we will have recognized the words we speak are true. Yet are the words but aids, and to be used, except at the beginning and the end of practice periods, but to recall the mind as needed to its purpose. We place faith in the experience that comes from practice, not the means we use. We wait for the experience and recognize that it is only here conviction lies. We use the words and try again to go beyond them to their meaning, which is far beyond their sound. This is powerful. Yes, although we're reading words right now and you're hearing my voice speak these words, or you're even looking at the page right now reading the words with me. These words are just symbols. They are a part of the illusion. They are dust and they are meaningless, but the meaning that they are carrying is what we are discussing here. The intention behind the words. The words are just trying to help us get to an experience, but the words are not the experience themselves, which is why it states, we use the words and try again to go beyond them to their meaning, which is far beyond their sound. So although me and you are in the vibrational vicinity of being in this experience, me and you have done a lot of practice up until now to be able to receive this message fully. If somebody was not in the vicinity of this information and knowledge, and they were in the illusion, dead asleep, if they were to hear me reading these words off this page, they would not be able to have the experience that me and you are having right now, because me and you have went beyond, far beyond their sound, far beyond the words that are on the page. We have been led to the place that the words were trying to get us. Somebody who is not in this vicinity would not be able to go that far, because they have so much blocks up towards love that they can't go any further than their own limitations that they've imposed on themselves, which is why the work that we're doing is to help remove our limitations that we've imposed on ourselves, so we have none, so that way we can go far beyond them to the truth that is always there. The sound grows dim and disappears as we approach their source of meaning. It is here that we find rest. And that is the end of the introduction for Review 5. Now we are going to dive straight into the lesson. Now, I'm sure if you're looking at the page with me right now, you can see that these lessons are very short. Review number 4, our last review, was the same way. So what's going to happen is, first, we have to understand that less words does not mean less value. Less words allows me and you to occupy with these words for a longer period of time and really solidify these ideas, and not only ideas, but solidify this truth in our mind. So although there's less words and me and you will be spending less time here together for the next 10 days, we are going to come out so powerful, so new, so bright, so reawakened, so reborn, so fresh, so able to get in this state of mind more effortlessly because we've practiced it. So understand, again, one more time, that although the lessons are going to be very short for the next few days, they are going to be, I believe, more powerful if we really take the time to repeat these thoughts throughout the day, and do so in the morning when we wake up, and in the night, and as many times as we can throughout the day. Now, with that being said, we are going to begin lesson 171. God is but love, and therefore so am I. All things are echoes of the voice for God. God is but love, and therefore so are you. The power of decision is my own. The power of decision is your own. The power of decision is our own. God is but love, and therefore so are we. Now, that is the end of lesson 171. We are going to conclude right here, and we're going to come back tomorrow for lesson 172 and do it all again. I will see you there.